Shalom and welcome to another episode in our series called Israel on Location. Today we're at the Northern Palace, the lower tier of this palace here at Masada, and we're going to appreciate not only the view, but we're going to talk about this guy named Herod the Great. Behind me is the area of the camp of Silva, the Roman general. We're here at Masada, a place where Jews retreated to. The story goes, as told by Josephus, that 967 Jews found refuge here. And that guy who built the camp right there was in charge of taking this palace fortress. But before we talk about the story and Herod the Great himself, look at what we're looking at now. We're turning and looking now north and now soon east. So here on location at this northern palace, we're looking now at the Dead Sea, which is east of us, and Jordan on the other side. This palace fortress had a casemate wall, had many cisterns, and here at this lower tier of the northern palace, there was frescoes. Now, as I understand it, I think 40 years ago when I was here, these actually were real frescoes, really preserved because it doesn't really rain here. But as I understand it, and I could be wrong about this, that they actually took the original out and made the frescoes to look just as the original ones did, and really it could fool anyone. So if indeed these are replicas of the fresco, you can still see with appreciation of the colors still preserved in this wall. So this is really an incredible platform here, this lower tier of the palace. Of course, the colors here have been repainted. That's quite clear, but this palace is from where you can see, and I'll just turn around just one more time. So here on location, you can see what I'm looking at, but here in this case behind me, the area of En-Gedi. En-Gedi was where Herod the Great had his persimmon crop, if you will, was perfume, and it brought in a lot of royalty, a lot of money, and I'm sure trade leverage as Herod would expand his kingdom. Now, Herod the Great was really an impressive builder. He must have had great engineers. A lousy guy. Let's just face it, a lousy guy. But here, this palace fortress was built in the 30s BC. He came into kingship in Judah in 37. And as we understand, he had lots of building projects happening, like Machaerus, another palace fortress on the other side of the Dead Sea. Herodium, which was a palace fortress about 8 or 9 miles south and east of Jerusalem. He had a winter palace at Jericho, where he would actually enjoy the winter there because Jericho is mild and doesn't get much rain at all. He even had swimming pools there. And then Caesarea, he built that city over the 12-year period, 22 to 10 BC. And, of course, we can't forget about the temple in Jerusalem. That started about 20 BC. So Herod was a magnificent builder, but a lousy person, but known as someone who was really always feeling threatened about his kingdom. Who was going to kill him? Who didn't like him? Of course, he took out a lot of these people, including family members. But here at Masada, we can certainly appreciate the grandeur of this palace fortress. And, of course, the view is spectacular. So I hope that here on location you enjoy not only the view, but the amazement of the architecture and the frescoes that are preserved, and just this whole atmosphere of this palace fortress that was again later used by Jews about 100 years later as a place of refuge during the time of the first revolt. So thanks for hanging out with me here at Masada. It's time to walk up 164 steps. That's how many steps it took to get us down to this palace. But it's time to go up, and that means it's time to say goodbye. And again, thanks for hanging out with us. Hope your day's going well. And until next time, shalom.